Mavis might not be as detached and over romance as she thinks she is. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another survival of the thickest video. And in this one, we are breaking down season 2, episode number 4, titled Mind Your Business, Bitch. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my survival of the thickest content and conversations. I'm breaking down each episode with separate videos. So if you don't want to miss it, hit that subscribe button. I really enjoyed this episode. However, it felt like it went really fast. In this one, Marley decides to be the financial backer and partner to Mavis, who wants to open up a pop-up shop for plus size women, non-binary folks, and others who are constantly not considered in traditional fashion, not considered in traditional media, just not considered and made to feel bad for their size, for their hue, for their shape. And that's such a noble thing. Like, I really resonated with at the very end when we get the reveal of Peppermint and the dress that she chose. She looks absolutely stunning, and Mavis has a quick little speech where she talks about this is for all of those who have cried in the dressing room. And I haven't necessarily had that particular experience, but being a 6-foot black woman, baby, athlete all of my life, so very muscular build for most of it, I can definitely understand not being able to find clothes and not being able to fit things normally and having to adjust. Like, I struggle now with pants, right? Like, I feel like I'm perpetually in high water things, and it's very hard to find tall things. And while this is not as detrimental as what people who just don't see their sizes on the shelves at all, it just resonated. And this speaks to how important it is to tell very specific stories, because there's such a universal truth to specificity if you are just communicating from a very authentic place. And that's what I felt like from this particular episode. Now, the crux of the conflict really comes when Mavis and Marley are battling back and forth, because Marley doesn't like the location that Mavis wants to choose, but it also pushes Mavis to step up and come to her correct as a businesswoman, get mock-ups and interior designs drafted so that she can see the vision, which ultimately Marley caves for, and she allows her to bring Nala back on, even though Marley don't like Nala. And they wind up still having conflict because Nala, who is seemingly supposed to represent Gen Z, she has a issue with calling people on the phone. She did a virtual chat, she did an online setup, but they can't get power in the actual space once they actually sign up for it. And that spirals into this big fight between Marley and Mavis. And Marley, which she later apologizes for in the episode, basically treats Mavis much like she treats all of her other employees. However, the problem is Mavis is not her employee in this regard. Mavis is her partner. She's the woman that she's investing in, and it requires a shift in mindset for Marley, which Khalil actually helps her with, and their little quick back and forth when she storms over to his house, which I absolutely love. I truly enjoy their friendship and enjoy how all three of them can be honest with one another, but still very supportive and loving. But then they also gonna get your ass together if you wrong, because that's exactly what Khalil did, so that Marley went over to apologize. But then also Mavis is able to cop to, understanding how much she actually will need and does need Marley and the support that she provides, and it creates such a beautiful moment to culminate at the end with the whole Peppermint reveal and everybody coming. Her old roommate pops up with her little fiance. Child, a mess. I like the little pops for this lady, but last season this lady was wearing my nerves thin. When she moved in with that girl, I was just like, okay, this is weird as hell. Now, on the Khalil front, he goes and takes a meeting with Simone, who Marley sets up, and she's an art dealer. She's gonna help him sell his paintings to some very high profile, high net worth individuals, because he got to come up with some money quick, because his mother is $20,000 in tax debt. I swear, when we get older, we wind up having to parent our parents, and nobody told me that was a thing, but that's a very real thing. Anyway, He goes to meet Simone and then finds himself attracted to Simone. He don't make a move, but he definitely is attracted to her. And she is just doubling down on some of the lived experiences that he's experiencing right now and being in therapy, because one of the things that she needs to know is about his backstory and like who he is. And she wants to infuse that in, you know, selling his work, because part of it is the person buying into you as an artist. So you got to be very clear on who that is, and she needs to understand where you come from, what you've been through. And he's a little reluctant at first, but then Marley gets his ass together right after he got her together, and says, yeah, just let her sell the damn paintings. So he's back there by the end of the episode, rambling on in her office, trying to talk himself up and almost really revealing to her that he's into her. So it's going to be interesting watching how he navigates these feelings while also maintaining this business relationship. It's also going to be interesting watching how he navigates his attraction to her while also in a space where he can't just sleep with her like he would normally do. Like normally it would be a woman he's attracted to, he's just going to sleep with her and then boom, that's it. He done had that, he's over it. He's not in that space anymore, he's not in that season anymore. So now it's like, what do you do when you find and you have the attraction again, because you were struggling with having the attraction, and now it's tied to like you actually wanting more. Now the part I can't really put my finger on is if Simone is interested in him as well, because when he slips up and says I'm into you, I think he says, she's like, what? And he's like, no, I'm into you being into me as the artist. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I'm trying to see through this and see if she's like got something there as well. I can't really tell because we only get a couple moments with her. However, this could be promising. This could be very, very, very promising. An art dealer and an artist. Ooh, seems like a match made in heaven. But that is pretty much it of what went down in this episode. Let me know what you thought about the episode in the comment section down below. I hope you guys are enjoying these breakdowns. Make sure that you're liking the videos when you come across my videos. It helps me out a ton. And again, if you haven't subscribed, then be sure to do so you don't miss out on any of my future videos.